Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're checking out Tea Garden.
From Capstone Games. This game plays 2 to 4 players and has a box playtime of 90 minutes.
Nice.
So, thanks to Capstone Games for providing us this copy of Tea Garden, but they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. So, Steph is going to give an overview of Tea Garden.
Do you like deck building?
Yes, I love deck building.
Well, this has a lot of that with a lot of other cool mechanics. If you're into Euro games, this might be the game for you. So
that's right.
Let's take a look.
It's got a little bit of area control, a little bit of I took this place first.
For sure. So this game is cool because you're managing your tea resource. But there's also a lot of different strategies you can try, but I recommend trying to focus on maybe 1 or 2 of the strategies while leaving the others for the next game. Because if you try and do a little bit of everything, you just won't get very far. So customizing your deck is pretty important to having a successful game in this game. So the game takes place over 5 rounds, and we will do a number of things. So we're going to end up drawing 4 cards. Oh, Michael likes to go over the setup here. So what we did for setup was everybody gets a player color. We're going to put out...
I usually do setup on full rules teaches.
Oh. Yeah, so you'll see the Emperor cards here and the Tea cards there. And we have some cup tokens around here. Yeah. And so I think these are trade cards.
Emperor cards.
No, these are the Emperor cards. These are the trade route cards, I think. So we have our cards in hand, and we're gonna take turns placing cards into these regions. Now you can take up to 4 actions in the round. However, if you want to use the 4th action slot in the round, you're gonna need to pay additional tea in order to do that. And so you'll see
2 green and a brown. That's pretty expensive.
That is pretty expensive. So you probably towards the end of the game, you'll be more likely to do this as you get more tea production. You'll notice our tea garden houses in this region and in that yellowy region up here. So that's one of our tea gardens. We're going to try and get more of those out in order to produce more tea each round.
So tell us a little bit about the tea. Why is it green and brown?
So I forget what the terminology is for the brown one, but it's like an advanced. It's like dried out and it's better. So
you've got tea leaves that are going to go down in quality.
It's gonna degrade in time.
If they are fermented, they go up in quality.
Fermented was the word I was thinking about.
And you can always use fermented to pay a normal tea. Fermented is the better version.
Yes, fermented is definitely the better version. You'll see these like free actions on your board that can require like fermented tea. Those are like pretty cool actions over here, but that's just... like you'll see a lot of different things that will want fermented, and so in order to do that, you're gonna want to like get that. You want to get them in order to perform these cool actions. So the idea of this is I'm gonna use some number of cards to take an action. Now,
whoa, that's 2 strength.
That's 2 strength to do the action. But typically you're just gonna do like a single card and an action, but so your main actions could be to...
So I could do something like this
in order to get 2 strength.
Or I could do something like this, making them go in backwards order.
Right, so you're
depending on what I want on top.
You're gonna cover up an icon no matter what. There is 1 card in your deck that's just the 2 with no pictures. So that's just used as like a strength, extra strength. So you cover that up with an action, like a secondary action that you can do. So you'll see on your player aid that there's a bunch of different actions you can do. You can build a tea garden. So the first one's going to cost 3 strength and maybe extra to cross over a couple extra borders if I wanted to go further. It's going to cost me extra strength to do that. But if you go to an adjacent region, it will just be the normal cost of whatever the cost of your board says. So
I can't remember crossing the river. I think that's just one border.
It's just one, so it's not an extra.
So one across to here. So this is free. Whoops, this is free.
Yeah.
This is one extra. This is two extra. This is three extra.
Right, so you're not necessarily going to go that far.
Right.
And I'm not even sure you can go more than one extra. I don't remember.
Gotcha.
I don't remember that specifically, but it's going to be expensive to try.
Oh, yes, only one additional border.
That's what I thought.
Correct.
Okay, so you can go up to 2 spaces away, but it's going to cost you extra.
And you cannot build a tea garden where you already have one.
That's right. So you're going to get a cool bonus when you place it down. We're not going to go over all that, but just so you know, these tea gardens will produce income for you.
Income of tea.
Of tea leaves, yes.
Hey, they're going to start based on what number you see here.
Yeah, so like if you're out here, you're going to get like in the 6 bowl.
I like 6.
Yeah, because then they stay alive longer before they get all the way down to the the bad strength tea, if you will.
Of course, there are ways to.
Sure, yeah.
Ferment them.
The second action you could possibly do is buy an action card. These cards out here are going to cost some number of strength, depending. What are you doing?
Go ahead.
Depending on the card you want to buy, you'll see out here, and the value of the card itself. Okay. It's going to cost you some number of strength. And it's going to cost the teapot type. At the bottom, you'll see the teapot down there. Yeah. And so it depends. You might want to build up to it because sometimes these cards can be 2 different teapot types. So you're going to need to have teapot showing in your lineup of cards in order to claim the teapot.
So she could get this one with that.
Yeah.
Because she has. Oh no, you got a water, not the
gray
one.
Yeah. So some of them might be gray. You'll need a special gray pot, or that's wild. I forget. Sorry. Yeah. You're good. And so you could buy these cards. This is how
I think it's one of anything. I think you're right. I think it is one of anything. Anyway, just make sure to match teapot of any color. So yes, you could do that.
Yeah. So you're going to try and build these cards because these cards will help build your deck. So if I'm going for, let's say, the university track over here, maybe I want to try and get university cards. Or if I'm going for the river cards, maybe I want to buy that blue card with the river. So then my deck will now have more river cards, more river actions to do as the secondary actions on my turn. So that's like, you're going to customize your deck. You don't want other people to get it.
If you want to make tea, you'll take the tea cards. Is that the tea action?
Yep. So, this is how you get your cups over here. So wherever you have a tea garden, you take the cup action as a secondary action, you're going to take the top cup token from one of the regions. And so that will give you a bonus. As soon as you start making connections of the same color, you'll start getting cool bonuses that way. As another action you could do is you could sell to the trade route over here with these camels, the camel cards. Oh, so okay.
I wanted to show this.
Yeah, if you do that, you're gonna get cup bonus. And when you have
choose one.
Yep. When you have a cup bonus, you can use that at any time on your turn in order to take the bonus action of either side of it. And that is also a strategy because there's like goals for these types of things that you can work towards, and cool rewards you can get during the game. So it's definitely a strategy to go for. So as I was saying, the main action you could take to deliver to
the
caravans, and you're going to need some number of strength. And if you have some number of strength and you need also tea leaves in order to do this, you'll get the reward of the card depending on how much you spend and your strength value. And as your main action, you could, fermentation. For your strength, you can turn the leaves brown.
One strength, one brown.
And so depending on, like, if I had 2 strength, I could do 2 of them. And then you could harvest extra as the fifth action that you could do is make an extra. But that you're always gonna harvest at the end of the round during the maintenance phase. So you don't necessarily have to do the harvest as a main action. It's just if you really need an extra tea, like in the moment, it's an option for you to do that. And so
here are your 3 secondary actions. The ones that are in the circles. You've got that river navigation, and where you're going to get all those bonuses from the river. You've got the cup production, which is what Steph was talking about, and tea studies. That's Steph's favorite. That's where you go round and around and around and around the university track.
It is my favorite.
And every time you go around, it's 10 points.
Yeah, so not only are you getting cool bonuses as you go around, but you'll get extra points at the end of the game for having gone there. Michael liked to do the Emperor track here. There's a lot of cool rewards. You get these end game kind of scoring points. So, yeah. It's a really cool game with a lot of good choices. Again, like I did this, Michael did this, Amy did this. Everybody was doing like something different and really like going for it. So it's definitely.
And I think that's what you have to do.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to explore with this game because the card management is so interesting. Like you want to color your deck like any deck builder just to get the ones you want cycled back in a lot more. And so all of these cards I think are going to be worth points at the end of the game too. Oh, so like this is a 5-point card, for instance. So getting these cards could also provide you lots of points. So there's a card strategy involved here too. So I like that there aren't so many resources that it's overwhelming. You're really only dealing with 2 types of tea.
Right.
And like you're managing how to produce and how to use all that tea.
Fresh tea and fermented tea.
Exactly. So I think there's a lot of like cool ideas going on here.
I think it's quality.
Quality. So yeah, I think it's
I like having various ways of getting points. Points on cards, points on tracks, points on that university wheel, points from delivering tea to the caravans. And points for putting out the tea, the little tea huts. What do you call these? Little temples?
So you don't get endgame points for that.
I'm saying you'll get various ways of getting points through the game.
Sure. I like that you're not gonna end up getting lots of points for these at the end of the game because you might not want to put all of them out because you're making enough tea to generate the strategies you're trying to do. So. Strategic tip,
like what Steph was saying, I thought, I've definitely got to get these temples out, which will let me get more tea leaves, which will let me do more things, and it's not necessarily that way. You might want to focus on other things like that university track or various other aspects of the deck building process. So
yeah, and I having the better tea gardens is good because you'll get the tea up higher, which will help you pay for the better quality stuff because some cards might be in bowl 1 that you need leaves, but some might be in bowl 5 that you need. So you have to kind of manage that tea track, which is what I really like, and I think it's pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, that is Tea Garden from Capstone Games.
Yes.
And if you enjoyed this game overview and you want to see more just like it, we got a whole bunch on YouTube. Just search for Board Gamer Steph. That's you.
Me.
Or even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we stream every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we bring you 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we bring you all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.